guys. Well, I'm off to a bit of a shaky start this morning. I was all set to go at 9 o'clock. Let's just fix this baby.
300 meters, turn right onto.
So I was all ready to go and packed up, got my coffee, got my water, packed my bags. As you know, I'm going to Niagara Falls and meeting up with two special ladies from the United States, and they're coming over into the Canada side, and we're staying at the Hilton Hotel, which is right next to the casino, overlooking the falls. So it's gonna be beautiful. I can't wait to meet up with these two amazing ladies. I have known them virtually and also talking on the phone, of course, you know, chatting, so we've got to know each other. By the way, hi guys. I was on good time. I was a little bit early. I was going to leave at 9 and I left at 8:45, which in hindsight was maybe a good thing and maybe not a good thing. Maybe I should have waited until 9 and then I wouldn't have had my little tiny accident. I was driving along basically around the corner from my house, and I saw a car and it was coming at me, and I swerved to miss the car, hit the curb this way, hit the curb, and kind of bounced back, and my passenger rear view mirror popped out and broke. So that's what happened to delay me. So I drove down to the dealership because, as you know, I have a new car, and I was so bummed. Like the air was blue. I was swearing. Trust me, I was swearing. And I drove down to the dealership, told him what happened, and he said, well, we don't have anything, you know, we don't have the parts, so we'll order the parts. You should be okay with a broken mirror, like it shattered, so I had to actually take it off, so there's no mirror in there at the minute. So it'll just be a matter of being very, very careful driving when I'm looking that way to make sure that I know I have that handicap now where I don't have the mirror. So anyway, let's not talk about the negative, let's talk about the positive. And and the excitement of it all. I've got my coffee here, I've got my water, I'm packed to go. I can't wait to meet these two lovely ladies. I might as well just tell you who's coming because it makes it easier to talk about them. So it's Suzwat is one of the girls that's coming up, and IVanas from My Pursuit of Happiness. And they are both Dooney girls, handbag girls, coach girls, you know, and we have known each other for at least, I want to say at least 6-7 years, maybe longer, but it's been a long time coming. So what are we going to do when we get there? Suz and I, her name is Susanna and I are going to meet up at the Hilton Hotel. You know what, if it's raining, we'll go in and out of shops. We'll do, you know, we'll just sit and chat. We can go to the hotel. We can hang out. We can go to Tim Hortons for coffee. We can go to Starbucks. Just hang out and talk about handbags and talk about life and what it's like to live in Canada and what it's like to live in the United States. Just schmoozing along the 401 with my coffee and chatting to you guys. Today I am wearing, my fragrance of the day is Haute Couture by Givenchy. I just think Haute Couture suits a girl weekend away, kind of shopping, hanging out, having a few little cocktails. And it's my kind of go-to for concerts and hanging out with girls. And yeah, Nora's missing me already. And it's like, Nana, why do you have to go away for so long? Because on the way back, I'm here all day today. I should arrive around noon. And then I'll be here all day today, all day tomorrow. Then tomorrow night, I'm going to head to my girlfriend. She lives in Burlington. which is fairly close to the border, fairly close to Niagara. It's about, I think it's about 35-40 minutes from there, which is why we cross over a lot. So I'm going to go and stay with her for a few nights. We had to postpone Mother's Day because I was sick. I had the flu. I was dying. And I stayed in bed, and so they came out this weekend. And it was lovely. The weather was beautiful. My two oldest boys, they barbecued. They made burgers and prime rib burgers. And then the girls, Ashley and I, and Nora, Nora was just running around the kitchen while the guys were out doing the barbecue and drinking a beer. We were inside doing salads and drinking champagne. So Nora was running around, and so we got the salads done, and then I did some roast potatoes in the air fryer. Guys, if you don't have an air fryer, you need one. I'm not a gadget person, but when it came to the air fryer, and mine's just a cheap one with a knob. It doesn't have a digital setting or anything. It's just a knob, and it's old. I paid $99 for it off of Amazon about 4 or 5 years ago. It's still going. It's getting pretty icky looking on the inside. I've tried to clean it, but I think I'm ready for a new one. I do all sorts in it. I do sausage rolls in it. I buy frozen sausage rolls from the grocery store, and you put them on a little bit of parchment paper, put the frozen uncooked sausage rolls in the air fryer, and 15 minutes later you have the crispiest, most delicious sausage rolls that your mouth will ever have the experience to taste. Much better than in the oven, because they're fluffed up with the air that's in the air fryer. So what does it say on my cup? She leaves a little sparkle wherever she goes. This was a gift to me. Isn't that cute? That's so cute. I notice, I don't know guys, I notice the traffic just gets busier and busier and busier. I used to try and always say, I'll leave after 9 o'clock, rush hour's over by then. And it's not. Rush hour starts at 6 a.m. in the morning, and it doesn't stop until 8 o'clock at night. It just non-stop. People, I think, stagger their hours now. And there are people going into offices at 9 o'clock, and that's when they start their day. So it can be quite busy. But I think I'll just take the toll road, pay the big bucks, and have a nice drive down then. What else? What am I wearing? I'm wearing my Haute Couture by Givenchy. And I took a little decant of that. And I'll let Susanna smell it and see if she likes it. If she likes it, I'll leave her with the decant. And I brought her another bottle of perfume as well. So hopefully she likes that. So that's the latest sighting. And then I'll vlog a little bit on my way home. What are you guys up to this week? Is your week as exciting as mine? But you're keeping me company while I drive. I've still got a long ways ahead of me. It's only 10:30, and apparently I don't get there until 12ish, so that's not bad. That's not bad. Making good time. Alrighty. Coffee while it's still hot.
Keep left onto Highway 407 West, and then keep left.
What else can we talk about, guys? I'm kind of on a no-buy at the minute, and I'm doing a makeup pan project. So I have been sorting out some products to use up. Good products, but I want to use them up before they expire. And maybe tweak a few things if they're there we go, that's jiggling. Decluttered a while ago, a lot of stuff. I have a brand new palette I haven't tried
Continue
yet.
on Plank Road for about 7 kilometers.
Please stop talking. I have ADD, guys. You know my train of thought. You throw me off completely. My ADHD is terrible. Some days it's worse than others, and if someone interrupts while I'm talking, it throws me off and I completely get so angry and I can't think and get back to my thoughts. Because when you're ADHD, it's well, for starters, sometimes it comes across rude because when I get something into my head, I need to speak it there and then, because if I don't, it goes away. So it is annoying to other people when I interrupt, and I don't mean to interrupt, but it is a flaw of me. I know, guys, I have flaws. I'm sorry. Many, many flaws. I'm also slightly dyslexic, so my left and right are an issue if it's thrown at me at once. Like if I'm driving along and somebody says, "Oh, turn left, quick, quick, turn left." I'm like, where? Which one's left? Which one's left? And my daughter-in-law, she is so sweet and so smart and so educated. She went to Queen's University. She's in pharmacy. She is, passed at the top of her class. And she is so humble when it comes to my learning disability. She never ever once says, well, left. What she'll do is she'll say, "Frances, put your finger up. Put your fingers up like that. And the one that looks like left, that's your left. That'll make you think of your left." She was teaching Nora it, and she said this is also good for anyone who has dyslexia or, like a cognitive issue of some sort, or if you're on the spectrum, which is entirely possible that I'm on the spectrum. Entirely possible. But I was never tested for anything. And my son has ADHD, and his was severe. Mine was quite severe when I was in school, and his was really, really bad. Once he got through high school, that was him. He was done. He didn't want to go to college. He said, "Mom, I just can't. I have to get into a trade of some sort." So he did, and he excelled. As soon as he left school, as soon as I left school, that was when we shone. And I said that to him. I said, I don't care if you go to college. I could care less if you go to university. I just want you to be happy. And I said, and make a living for yourself. Like, you're going to have to make a living for yourself. You can't, be happy and be a bum, tour around Europe and do nothing. Like, I don't have that kind of money to do that for you. You have to work. And they always worked. So he did. And he worked making hot dogs and sausages and smelly factories, and he worked for Marks and Spencer's factories for a while, and then he applied to Neon Sign Company, where he learned how to bend glass. He's responsible for some of the biggest neon signs in Toronto. There's one in Niagara Falls. It's the Rainforest Cafe.
1 kilometer total.
And that was his creation. He bent all the glass, the palm trees. He bent all of that glass for the pine trees. They're all done in glass, and it's all neon signs. So he got into that for the longest time until the company went bankrupt because they all went LED. And then he kind of bummed around, ended up being a manager of a Shoppers Drug Mart for a while. That didn't pay very well. And then, he got the opportunity to work for Coca-Cola. And he's still working for Coca-Cola. He just got another raise and another promotion. So, he gets car allowance, he gets benefits, he gets bonuses. And it's okay, and there's room to grow. He's got a lot more growing to do and a lot further up the chain. But, for a kid who struggled at school and barely scraped through high school, he's done well. And, you know, being there, done that, I can totally relate. I got out of school. I was 16 years old and I went straight into hairdressing, and I worked hairdressing for 3 years, did my apprenticeship, and then I started, you know, working my way up in different salons, worked in England for a while, and then eventually when I got married, we came to Canada. I had to get my license again. I had to go back to school and got my license in Canada. And went back, worked for a company for 13 years.
In 1 kilometer total ahead.
Then made my own little salon at home, built up a clientele, worked at home, had a basement business going on, and I did that until I retired at 60. No, I wasn't 60. I was in my 50s when I retired. My husband was 57 when he retired. 30 years in General Motors. He was 30 years and out the door. He worked on the production line, and that was hard on his body, physically and mentally. That was hard on him. So then we moved out from Toronto out to the country, and I retired as well. And now all I do is cut Nora's hair and my husband's and the 2 boys, and occasionally trim the girls' hair, but I don't have any, and I do my own. I trim my bangs and cut my hair throughout the pandemic, but I'm not in it anymore to, you know, do all the new styles. I mean, I go on and I learn how to do new styles, and I learn how to do these new curls, you know, these new kind of wavy, almost not ringlet type things, and I teach myself how to do that. But I go to a really good girl who is asking me to stop for her breaks. How do you turn that off? Anybody who knows, like, go into settings, how do you turn off that coffee break thing? Because it asks me every 30 minutes to stop for a coffee. Well, if I stopped every 30 minutes for a coffee, I'd be stopping every 30 minutes to pee in between. So it would be pee, coffee the whole way there. So anyway, yeah, I'm still driving, and it's 10:45. Map. We're doing okay. 12:15. It's telling me now I'll arrive at Niagara Falls. And I think Susanna, she left around 8 this morning. 9, 10, 11. I think she left around 8:30, and I left at 9. But then I got held up, so she might be there before me. So, but we're meeting at the Hilton Hotel. I'm so excited that I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it. Yeah. Okay, how old am I? How old are you, Francis? You know, it's funny. Julia, my beautiful, darling, beautiful Canadian friend, posted a video the other day, and I made a comment on it, and she was talking about vintage fragrances, and, you know, older fragrances, and that they have the smell of vintage, you know. And I love older fragrances. I mean, I'm wearing one today. Like, Haute Couture is like 2001. That's still old, right? I mean, that's still old. But then I also wear Tresor. I mean, that goes to the 80s or the 70s. I'm not sure. But I enjoy the vintage fragrances. So anyway, she was saying something about older fragrances. And I said, I like wearing vintage fragrances, but then I'm old, right? So she made a comment back and said, yeah, right. You're the youngest old person I know who climbs up the CN Tower and spreads herself over the edge of the CN Tower in a harness, and then goes out for cocktails and drinks with the girls all afternoon. So yeah, she said, you're not old at all. So, and then I said, well, yeah, my body is getting old, but my mind is still young, you know. And it's true, you know, you hit these decades, you hit 40 and, you know, your body changes. 40 was stressful in a way. 30 was great. There was no hormone imbalances. 40, you start to get into those hormone imbalances, and you kind of, is it perimenopause or premenopause? By 47, I was starting to get symptoms of menopause. I was sweating and moody and, you know, just tired all the time. And then when I hit 50, I went, poof, it's like a brick wall hitting me in the face. And I went full into menopause for about 2 years. Didn't take any HRT, didn't do anything. I took a lot of herbal remedies and black cohosh and what's that other one? Rosemary something or other. Anyway, I don't know. I took a bunch of herbs and vitamins and stuff like that, and I just, you know, took one for the team and got myself through it. My mind was not good. My emotions were really bad. I was very snappy with my husband. And he didn't understand. He's old school, so he doesn't know anything. He thinks hormones are, you know, is an excuse that we use when we get our period. Oh, we're hormonal this month. Well, no, hormones are a real thing. I'm sorry, you know, insensitive asshole. You know, but that's old school. You know, men, and you know, the thing about it is women didn't talk about it. Women, my mother's generation did not talk about menopause. But I remember her when she was in her 50s, and she was a cranky old witch. Like, oh my gosh, like, I mean, you see her with a knife, you run. She was brutal. So, but you know, this video is going to be way too long, so I'm going to probably have to chop little lumps out of it and just give you the best of it. Thank you for coming all this way. I'm at the top of Toronto now, heading, you know, through the country area of Toronto, and I will see you on the other side. So take care, guys, and I love you to the moon and back. Bye. Hello, young lady. Welcome to Canada.
Thank you. It's been wonderful.
Oh, it's been so good, hasn't it?
Yeah, really great.
We're just having a great time here at Niagara Falls.
An epic meetup in Niagara Falls.
Hi.
Happiness sparkles. Says
what? This has been absolutely amazing. We're now waiting for Ivana and her husband to arrive to meet up with us.
Yep. My pursuit of happiness.
Yes, and we had a great night on the town last night, didn't we? We had a blast. There were fireworks displays.
Wonderful.
It was wonderful. We stayed in the Hilton Hotel. Just beautiful, gorgeous, soft.
Beautiful weather
lush.
so far.
Yeah. And we brought our Doonies. Let's show our Doonies.
Okay. I have my jade pebble grain crossbody.
Beautiful that is. Look at those bumpers. And I have my
Is it
camera bag.
I forget the color.
in oyster, and with a guitar strap. And
Beautiful bag.
This was gifted to me by my dear friend. And more to show on another video, or on the end of this we'll show you other things, other goodies that she gave me. And I'll send you this.
Okay, yeah.
So you can put it on your channel as well.
Okay,
so
thank you.
So we'll get a little bit of footage when Ivana and her husband get here, and we'll go from there. Okay, guys. See you later. Bye. Hey guys, I'm back after a few days. It's now Friday and I'm on my way home. I was with Susanna on Tuesday and Wednesday, and Ivana and her husband came and they didn't pick us up, came to meet up with us in Niagara Falls on the Wednesday. And then we hung out with them for a while. You'll have seen all the footage. This is just kind of me winding down and heading home. So then on Wednesday night, or Wednesday afternoon, I started back to my girlfriend who lives in Burlington, Ontario. So it's about a 40-minute, should have been a 40-minute drive home. I was on the road, I would say, probably at the wrong time, and got stuck in traffic. But not only was there traffic, but there was an accident on the Burlington Skyway, and that is a huge famous bridge going over Burlington. So you bypass Burlington, Hamilton, the cities. And it was shut down because of a very serious accident. So my GPS took me off the highway a few kilometers before that, and I had to end up going through the city, bumper to bumper. I was distraught with impatience because everybody was coming off the highway, and that's a main highway, the QEW, right? So I called Ruth Lynn and I said, okay, there's an accident on the Burlington Skyway, so I'm on a detour. I have no idea where I am. I ended up on one-way streets. I was like, I mean, you know, the GPS was doing the best it could to get me to my destination, but it took me 2 hours to get to her place. So by the time I got there, I was talking to her during my detour, and I said, okay, I'm starving. I am so hungry. All I want is a grilled cheese and tomato soup and a glass of wine, please. The wine first. So I got there eventually, and everything was fine. And that was Wednesday. I guess I got there about 6-ish, and I had left Niagara Falls at 3:30. I want to say around that time, and by the time I got back, I was only in half an hour when Susanna messaged me and said I'm home. So she made really good time to get home, almost, you know, at the same time as it took me to get to my destination, which should have been 40 minutes at the max. So anyway, that's that story, guys. And now I'm eventually on my way home, which is Friday. So I stayed with her Wednesday night. Thursday night we went to see Pops, her dad, on Thursday. Spent some time with him. It was so lovely. He's in a retirement home, and he was smiling from ear to ear when he saw me walk in the door. You know, he has dementia, and but he still remembers, you know, like he knows. He knew me, you know, and he loves me as much as I love him. So that was really lovely to see him. We spent some time with him, and then we went shopping, picked up some groceries, picked up some fixings for a pizza, went back to Ruth Lynn's and had 2 more bottles of wine, and watched that new movie. I think it's a new movie, Mother of the Bride, with gosh, what's her name? The girl, Brooke Shields. Brooke Shields is the mother of the bride. Well, if you like a nice, lighthearted, funny movie, then watch it. It's really good. So we watched that, and then we went to bed. And you know, that was just, you know, that was lovely. We just had such a great time, and I'll insert pictures so you can see everything. And now I'm on the road. I'm nowhere near home. I've just left her house. I'm not even on the highway yet. I'm still in the country. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I'm deep in the country. She lives in the country, so it's lovely and peaceful and quiet and relaxing, and you know, a big wraparound porch where you can sit in the evening. And the weather has been gorgeous. We just sat out there, drank wine, talked. You know, we were talking about the wedding coming up, my son and my daughter-in-law's wedding coming up in Jamaica, and of course she's going with me, you know, but she's my sidekick. She goes everywhere with me. So anyway, got an itchy nose, allergy season, you know. So it's nothing else, it's just allergies. And yeah, I'm well rested, but I've talked so much that now my voice is hoarse, and I have plenty of water here, and I have some fizzy water as well, so I can have that. But yeah, we talked about the wedding coming up, and you know, we were looking online at dresses, and I've got the choice of 2 dresses that I'm wearing. Just have to decide on footwear, something that's not, you know, going to be uncomfortable to walk if we're on sand, or if we're on kind of like a rocky path or something. I don't want to fall and break my ankle on holidays, so I want something that's comfortable but stylish looking, right, to go with the stylish dress that I have. And no, so we were just looking at sundresses. I said, really, all I want to do when I'm there is wear sundresses and bathing suits, and cover-ups, and honestly, that's all we need. I don't want to get just little simple flowy sundresses. It's going to be really hot. So anyway, yeah, so that's my trip. I know this video is a bit long, but if you have hung in to the very end, I'm going to give you a little challenge, because the die-hard people will definitely hang in to the end, because for some reason you guys really like to listen to me talk, you know. You'd think I like the sound of my own voice, but I really don't. When I look back at my videos, it's like, ooh, look at those wrinkles, ooh, look at that double chin, you know. But anyway, it is what it is, and I'm blessed to be alive and be able to enjoy myself at this ripe age of 70 years old. So what I want you to do is, if you've watched to the end, I want some yellow hearts for friendship, and I'm thinking of maybe doing a giveaway. So if I get those yellow hearts, then there could very well be a little Nora Knits giveaway for someone who has watched to the very end. And hey, yeah, I know it's summer coming, but you know, winter's coming back too. So if you live in a cold climate and you wear cozy warm hats with furry pom-poms on them, well, I've got you covered, whatever color you want, because I've got all summer to work on it. So yeah, so let me know. Some little yellow hearts. You can, you know, do as many yellow hearts as you want. Yellows for friendship, and that's what all you guys are to me, and I appreciate you more than you'll ever know. And if you're not subscribed, then go ahead and subscribe, because you need to be subscribed to get the giveaway. But and the little like button, that just gets me into you know, the algorithm, and helps, apparently, I don't know very much about it, but apparently that helps you get pushed out a little bit more into YouTube, because my channel's pretty small, and there's lots of big channels out there that get pushed into the algorithm because they get more make more money for YouTube, you know. And you know, YouTube is a per company, and they need more money. So right, yeah, they don't really support us smaller YouTube channels. So, but I'm doing this for a legacy to my granddaughter, and that's all I care about. She can watch these when I'm gone, say that's my Nana, you know, and yeah, because she'll miss me when I'm gone, because she's, you know, such a part of my heart, and I am to her as well. So that's why I'm doing it. But it's certainly nice to know that people are watching, liking, and subscribing. So if you're not, go ahead, guys, hit that little button and ring that bell, and I'd be forever grateful. So thanks for watching. I'm going to get back to my driving. Haven't even hit the highway yet. I go the 401, the 407, and then back to the 401, and then home. So I should be home in a couple of hours, hopefully. So anyway, guys, as I always say, I end my videos with, don't let anyone ever dull your sparkle. Love you all, to the moon and back.